and welcome to Cupcake Addiction's Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse cupcake tutorial, where I'll be showing you how to make both of these gorgeous little Mickey and Minnie Mouse cupcakes. Tools and equipment that we will be using today: I've got just some regular sticky tape. I've got a couple of cupcakes that I've made, and I baked mine in red cupcake liners today, but that's a little bit optional. I've got our printable templates. So you've got a Minnie Mouse, she's got her little red and white polka dot dress on, and then you've got Mickey Mouse, and he's just in his little red overalls with yellow buttons. I will leave a link to that printable in the description box below, and you'll need to print those out. I used a 210 GSM, not quite a cardboard, but quite a thick paper. I've got a disposable piping bag, and I've just paired that with an open tipped round nozzle. I've got some whipped cream today. I've gone with a cookies and cream sort of a flavour for my cupcakes, so I'm using whipped cream, but you can also use any buttercream frosting or any store-bought frosting. I've got a strawberry. Do try and get a strawberry with a nice pointed tip on the end. We're going to use that to make our bow. I've got some large Oreo cookies, some mini Oreo cookies, a spoon and a knife. So let's get started. The first thing that we want to do, you'll see here that Minnie's already dressed in her little polka dot dress, so we just need to dress Mickey. Now what you want to remember, these are a little bit of a one-size-fits-all template. So you'll wrap them around and they are going to overlap a little bit. You can trim them off if you want, but everyone's cupcakes are going to be slightly different sizes. So what you want to try and do whenever you're using any cupcake liner or cupcake wrapper is you want to try and have that cupcake fairly well even with the top of your cupcake liner. Even if it means that it's pushing it up a centimetre or so at the bottom, that's totally fine. What you want to try and avoid doing is having your cream or your frosting touching too much of this liner, because it will actually weep through it or seep through it a little bit, and it will start to discolour your pretty little patty pan there, or your pretty little cupcake wrapper. So I'm happy that that's a good width, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of sticky tape on the back there. So once you've got your little cupcake wrapper ready to go, you can just drop that cupcake in, and you'll see there, almost perfect. It's really, really nice on the top, a little bit of space at the bottom, and Minnie Mouse was much the same. So now you want to take that whipped cream, and we're going to spoon it into the piping bag. So this is heavy or whipping cream. It's about a 40% milk fat content, and I've just whipped that until it's nice and light and fluffy. Pop that into your piping bag. You want to take your strawberry, and we're just going to prepare Minnie's little bow. So with the bow, it really is very easy. You only need the tip of the strawberry. You're just going to cut the tip off, and then you're going to cut that in half. When you pop that on Minnie's head, you're going to put it tip to tip, and you've got yourself a tiny little polka dot bow. Absolutely easy. Now we're going to just pipe a nice low smooth style swirl. Now we do have a whole tutorial on our channel, My Cupcake Addiction, dedicated to this style of swirl. So if you're having trouble getting it nice and neat, you can head over there. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. And you just want to start in the center of your Minnie Mouse and come out all the way around so you've got just a nice white swirl there. Now, because I'm using fresh cream, I'm going to have to refrigerate my cupcakes. Obviously, if you're using buttercream frosting or a different style of frosting, you won't need to. So I'm going to turn them to face me. Now, do keep an eye on where the back of your Mickey Mouse and your Minnie Mouse are, because you want to make sure that you're positioning them with those details from the front of them at the front where they belong. So I'm going to turn them to face me now, and I'm going to take large Oreo cookie on Mickey. I'm going to position it on top of him, and two of those small Oreo cookies. And just position those. Now, as I position it, I'm just flattening them down a little bit and just making sure that they're all pretty even. There's Mickey, ready to go. And then we're going to do the same with Minnie. So making sure that I've got the front of her dress, I'm going to push down that Oreo cookie. And then we're going to add in those two ears. Now with Minnie, you want to take just a little tiny bit of cream, not so much that it's going to be noticeable on the outsides. One, and then two. So there you've got your gorgeous Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse cupcakes, really, really easy and ready to go for your next Disney occasion. I hope you've enjoyed watching this tutorial as much as I've enjoyed making it for you, and as always, thank you very much for watching.